New York City is expanding its temporary migrant housing with an 84,000 square foot facility on Randall's Island. It's a small island just east of New York.
And the sprawling so-called tent city is designed right now to house at least 500 migrants and is expecting to see many more. But what's really making headlines are all the comforts of home that are inside these tents.
National correspondent Mike Carter is live outside the tent city with the very latest. Mike?
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, they're calling it the Randall's Island Humanitarian Emergency Response and Relief Center, a series of tents set up here on Randall's Island in the East River, just apart from Manhattan, to house all of those migrants that have been coming up from the southern border in recent months. Let's give you an idea of where we are in New York City right now. Take a look at this map. You can see Manhattan there on the left, and then up on the top right there, that's where Randall's Island are. That's where we are, and that's where today is move-in day for about 500 single adult migrants that have made their way up from the southern border in recent months. They're coming to New York City's latest temporary shelter, although some would argue if it's temporary or not. The mayor of this city, Eric Adams, says about 18,000 people have made their way up on buses from the southern border in recent months. So what can migrants expect to see when they get here? Well, like Sean and Emma just said, this is a 85,000 square foot facility consisting of multiple tents and trailers. They're expected to house up to 500 people at a time here. Those are single adult people. Officials on Tuesday said the tents are meant only to serve as a temporary port of entry for migrant arrivals with stays of 1 to 4 days, but there's no official limit on the length of stay, leading some to believe that this could be housing that lasts indefinitely for many of those migrants. But it will be far from just a roof over their heads and a warm place to sleep. Take a look at some of the amenities migrants can expect to find here. A recreation room filled with TVs, Wi-Fi, landline phones that can make international calls, a foosball and ping pong tables. Meanwhile, in the living quarters, migrants can get 3 meals served per day, a laundry room, showers, and isolation trailers for COVID-positive migrants. All of this, as you can imagine, is going to cost a pretty penny. And according to the mayor of this city, Eric Adams, this is a price everyone who lives here is going to have to pay.
The asylum seekers arriving here need more than a hot meal or a bed for a night. Without the ability to work legally in this country, they need long-term shelter, health care, and a great deal of institutional support. It is straining the limits of our ability to provide care for New Yorkers in need, and it is burning through our city's budget. We expect to spend at least $1 billion by the end of the fiscal year on this crisis, all because we have a functional and compassionate system. Our right to shelter laws, our social services, and our values are being exploited by others for political gain.
And Eric Adams is calling on the federal government now to enact legislation that would allow these asylum seekers to be able to work here in New York City, not 6 months from now, but now, today, tomorrow. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy around that. But in the past, though, Eric Adams has stopped short of calling on the Biden administration to reassess its immigration policies. Guys?
Pretty nice setup these migrants are being met with in New York. Mike Carter, thanks so much.